Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English. Listen, you should never underestimate the power of a kind word. You know, giving a compliment to someone may seem like a real simple thing, but when you're on the receiving end, it actually could mean the world to someone, literally. And that's the whole premise of a new children's book. It's titled Nice Shoes by author Dennis Gillan. Dennis is also the executive director of Half a Sorrow Foundation, whose mission is to improve mental health by promoting real conversations, something that we need a lot of. Dennis, welcome to the show. I want to have a great conversation with you, and we appreciate you being on the show. You wrote this book based on a real-life experience, really of someone you just met by chance. Give us a little brief story behind that.
Sure. I was doing what I do best, speaking about suicide prevention, a topic I didn't want to do this growing up, but life events happened.
Right.
I'm in this position, and I'm speaking at the University of Delaware. And sometimes when I speak on the topic, I bring up students to come along and speak with me. And one of the students was that gentleman there in the black, Stephen Peel. He gets up there and tells his story. And this is in April of 2018. So somewhere during the pandemic, 2020, 2021, I cannot get this story out of my head, where Stephen was having a bad day. And at the end of the day, he was walking out of school. Somebody noticed that he had new shoes, new sneakers. And they said, "Stephen, nice shoes." And it literally saved his life. He was leaving school in his mind, what he told me was he was leaving school to die by suicide.
Wow.
And that compliment changed everything for him, changed his mindset, changed his outlook. And he's still with us. And in fact, he's my co-author of the book, because I called him up. I said, "Stephen, I can't do this without you." And he just said, "Sir, count me in." So it was really cool.
I love that. You know, they say receiving that compliment, it can, obviously, a great story of how it can change your life, but it also can change just your mood, your day, maybe even your week. And why is it? Why is a compliment so powerful?
I think if you look at where we are today, we seem to be at each other's throats in a weird way. You get on Twitter for like a half hour, you get off, you're in a bad mood.
Right.
I think by nature, people are kind. We just need to rally around it. And here's a kid that's having a rough day, and all he needed, two words, and he's still on this planet. "Hey, Steven, nice shoes." And bam, it just made the difference in everything. And now he's working as a neuroscientist up in Massachusetts. So the world is better because of that compliment. Little does that kid know who said it. He saved a life.
And not only did that, if he become doing this neurosciences and stuff, is the fact how he could change the world. Imagine if he would have not received that, something, God forbid, happened, and he wouldn't continue on his study. So it's interesting. You never know how it can change a person's life or even the world. I want you to tell me a little bit about the foundation you're with. It's called Half a Sorrow. Explain what that's all about.
Sure. It's based on a Swedish proverb. I lost two brothers to suicide, and when I was doing a foundation 11 years apart, it hurts even to say it, even though I do it for a living now. I was going to start a foundation, and somebody said, "Don't name it after your brothers." And during my presentation, I go over this Swedish proverb where I say, "A shared joy is a double joy, a shared sorrow is half a sorrow." And I encourage the audience, we got to get better at sharing our sorrows. We're really good at sharing our joys. Just going on anyone's Instagram page or Facebook. Look at the cheeseburger I'm eating. Life is wonderful. When we all know there are peaks and valleys in life, and we tend to withdraw when we're in the valley. We don't share it.
Yeah.
And when I started talking about my brothers, Mark and Matthew, I started cutting my sorrow in half. I'll always have a remainder, a half of a half of a half. I'll always have something.
Yes.
It's
powerful
by me, because my brothers meant something to me, so I'll always have that grief.
I can imagine, and it's something you'll never leave. It's not something you can just wash away. Thank you so much for joining us here. The foundation, it's called Half a Sorrow. You go to halfasorrow.org. You can actually get a copy of the book, Nice Shoes. It's on Amazon or Barnes & Noble as well. And by the way, that's the book right there. My brothers' name are Mark and Matthew, so we have something in common there.
Wow. A small world.
It's a very small world. Halfasorrow.org. Thank you, Dennis, for joining us today.